Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to look at statue humping. Today's story is brought to us by Inside Edition. When I was growing up, Inside Edition was a cheesy tabloid TV show. Now they're a cheesy tabloid online publication. While I would certainly never go to them for hard-hitting news, I'll trust them on this kind of story. Woman speaks out after man appears to defile Defiant girl statue. Why feminism exists. If you're looking for the TDLR version of this, the picture and title there say it all. Some dude dry humped this statue and some feminists are pissed off about it. 2 days after a bronze statue of a young girl meant to signify the power of women in leadership roles was installed in front of the Wall Street Bull in downtown Manhattan, a man was seen rubbing up against the effigy in what some are calling proof that sexism is alive and well in 2017. Can we take just a moment to enjoy the fact that the symbol of feminism is a little girl throwing a fit? Could there be any more perfect symbolism of what feminism has become? It's a little whiny girl standing in the way of financial progress. And in somebody's mind, this signifies women in leadership roles. Open defiance isn't leadership, it's fucking childish, bratty behavior. But it is a really good symbol of feminism. Alexis something the fuck, 34, was out with her coworkers when they decided to stop by the statue Thursday night, figuring the area would be far less crowded than on International Women's Day when masses had flocked to get a look at Defiant Girl. It was a beautiful night. There were about 15 or 20 people there, whatever the fuck said. We started talking about the statue. A little girl about 5 or 6 years old proudly posed with the statue for a picture. It was just a nice moment. Then these 3 men came along, and at first they were hanging off the bull. And then this one guy rushed up and started grinding against the statue of the girl, being lewd and totally inappropriate. The stunt shocked the crowd, which immediately yelled at the unidentified man, who laughed as he walked off with his friends, she said. He was gone within 20 seconds, but it had just ruined the mood of the scene, whatever the fuck said. There were people there talking about empowering children and women, and for then to have this 20-something showing his entitlement, defiling the statue, it was utterly revolting. Whatever the fuck, an architectural designer from Queens, snapped a photo of the incident and posted it to social media, writing, almost as if out of central casting, some Wall Street finance brosif appeared and started humping the statue, while his gross date-rapey friends laughed and cheered him on. He pretended to have sex with the image of a little girl. Douchebags like this are why we need feminism. Are you catching the almost religious vibe coming from this woman? This statue is holy to her, and oh my god, some dude dry humped it. He got his male entitlement all over the statue. I'm having trouble figuring out what exactly the entitlement part of this was. Do men have a right that women don't to dry hump a statue? Pretty sure she could have walked over and defiled the statue too if she wanted. Yeah, it was juvenile. He was trying to make his friends laugh. But it's not a major deal. It's just some guys having a little bit of fun. Would I dry hump a statue of a little girl? No. Is this proof sexism is alive and well in 2017? No. Whatever the fuck her name is, stood by the decision to share the image online, saying the man's behavior is no laughing matter and shouldn't be treated as such. This is just further perpetuating the mentality of boys will be boys, and that it's okay, it's a joke, just brush it off. This young man likely has a mother, a sister perhaps, a girlfriend, a wife. Who knows? I'm getting tired of making excuses and laughing it off. I, for one, am not going to laugh it off anymore. Here we go. A feminist without a sense of humor. That's new and exciting. This is the part of the article I really wanted to address because it says it all about feminism. She has a problem with the idea of boys will be boys. I've heard feminists bitch about this a lot. It's always in the vein of some kind of toxic masculinity, rape culture, that kind of stupid shit. But the truth of the matter is, they really are offended by boys being boys. They want boys to be girls. The only way to have a truly level playing field is to bring everybody down to the lowest point. Men are naturally stronger than women, so to level the playing field in strength, men have to become weaker. That's the whole idea behind third wave feminism. Men need to become women. Men can't laugh and joke the way that they normally would. They have to laugh and joke how women think they should. We can't be juvenile and do stupid shit like dry humping a statue. We have to be refined, and we have to make sure we keep our masculinity well hidden so women feel equal. We're going to skip ahead a little bit here and pick up where, whatever the fuck her name is, says, when girls are young and coming up, hopefully, As it was in my case, parents tell them, "You can be anything you want," she continued. "Then you'll get to junior high and high school and puberty hits, and then you get into college, and through it all you are handed an entirely different set of experiences, and suddenly we discount ourselves. You're looked at funny if you raise your hand and answer all the questions correctly. Women in positions of power, they don't want to be seen as being a bitch. There's a contradiction. Boys are leaders and girls are bossy. This symbolizes a young girl untainted by the realities of the world. It's still possible. I have to believe that this, the photo and subsequent reaction, is just the sort of catalyst to get people to continue to say it's not okay to act this way. It's not okay to act this way. Guys can't do stupid juvenile shit that harms literally no one. It is perfectly acceptable for women to run around with cunts on their heads in protest, though. That's mature and empowering. And somebody putting a pussy hat on the statue? Well, that was empowerment squared. Dry humping a bronze statue is crass and not all that funny, but it's not some sign this idiot's going to oppress his mother, sister, girlfriend, and wife. It's a sign of being easily amused. That's it. That's as deep as it goes. You know why women are seen as bossy and men as leaders? Because men don't give a shit if somebody thinks they're bossy. They have a job to do, and you're either on board or you're not. They don't have time to stop and worry somebody might think they're mean. Too many women think getting into a position of power means they have to be a cunt. They try way too hard to prove themselves by being bitchy. They are bossy instead of just being a boss. Some men act that way too, and we call them assholes, not leaders. But those guys are men, so even they don't whine about how they're not being liked enough. Nothing is holding women in the Western world back right now except social justice. It teaches that women are perpetual victims, and it leads to stupid shit like a woman losing her mind over a guy hurting nothing more than the far too delicate sensibilities of feminists. If you want to be treated like a man, maybe you should stop acting like a butthurt little bitch. And if you think that's sexist, you're wrong. I've said that exact thing to guys before. Oddly enough, none of them have ever complained about it being sexist. The problem here isn't with men, it's with your own insecurities. It's with your own feelings of inferiority. Maybe you should try fixing that. And that's going to wrap up this one. If you're interested in helping me continue doing what I'm doing here, please consider donating to my Patreon or picking up something nice for yourself from the Monkey Store. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey. I will see you next time. This is just further perpetuating the mentality of boys will be boys, and that it's okay, it's a joke, just brush it off. This young man likely has a mother, a sister perhaps, a girlfriend, a wife. Who knows? I'm getting tired of making excuses and laughing it off. I, for one, am not going to laugh it off anymore. Your life makes me sad.